CP time, but we here.
CP time.
You know, we got y'all waiting and anticipating, and it's all great. It's all good. It's all good. Tonight we're gonna talk about some of the roundup rumors and things relating to the roundup. And today we have from Cleveland, Ohio. We got Kurt. We got Kurt from Kurt's Getaway, man. A lot of people from Detroit, we done been out there. Everybody know about Kurt. They know about the Mystic Knights, and we got him on the podcast today. So, Kurt, what's going on, man? I want to bring you in and everything, man. Introduce yourself. Let them know who you are.
I'm Kurt from Cleveland, Ohio. Like I say, everybody know me from the Mystic Knights. Know me from Kurt's Getaway, one of the biggest bike shows there is. And CLH Builders. We build fast bikes here. So they called me up. I want to talk about the roundup, something I've been a part of since '88. So let's talk about it.
All right, cool. Let's get into it, man. So you've been a part of the roundup since '88. When did the roundup actually start?
Roundup started in '77.
Okay.
In Kansas City.
Okay, so you was already, the roundup was already going, way
Right.
before you came around.
Yes.
Now, what when you came around the roundup, what part did you play in that? Was you just a patron going to the roundup, and how did you become,
Yes.
engaged in the roundup?
I was a patron. We host the roundup in '95 in Ohio. So I was the chairman of the roundup here, co-chairman. So we hosted, and ever since then, I've been a part of it. Been worked closely with Kansas City on the roundup. And in 2014, I was one of the investors in the roundup in Oklahoma.
Okay.
So roundup became part of my life. That was my vacation every year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it sounds like some big business. I mean, you got guys coming from all over, and it seemed like it's constantly growing year after year.
Yes.
So this year we got a new style of roundup that's not technically called the roundup. Let's talk about that.
Okay, it's All American Bike Rally. What it is some of the people who hosted the roundup before we come together and to put on basically almost the same event as the roundup. And we, roundup been going on for the last 40, I think I want to say 44 years or 45 years. So it's I don't want to speak on the roundup. I want to speak on American Bike Rally.
Okay,
What
well
we
let's talk about it. Who is the American Bike Rally? What is the American Bike
uh,
Rally?
is some investors. Roundup is hosted by the club, motorcycle clubs. American Bike Rally is hosted by investors that belongs to clubs that where you might have 3 out of this club, 4 out of this club, 5 out of this club. Whatever we invest in it, we move just like the Roundup move. Each year we go to a different state. It's putting guys together who love what they do, not dealing with the clubs. Because when you're dealing with the clubs, you got 2 or 3 clubs, and we all know your club, half the club for it, half the club not.
Okay.
So to deal with not the headaches, we get people who like to do this and involved in it. So when time to put the work on, they doing the work, and ain't nobody complaining because it is work to put an event like this on.
No, I can only imagine. I mean, I know what it's like when you're talking about putting on just a simple car and bike show. So you're talking about
Right.
something dealing with people from all over. That's that's not the
Right.
easiest thing to always do.
So you ain't got to be dealing with the different attitudes. Half want to work, half don't want to work. So we all know when dealing with club multiple people, you got half in, half not. When you're dealing with everybody that want to do something, that's the less headache you have.
Okay. How did this come about?
Um, some of the original Roundup members came to me and a partner of mine, Spider D, said, let's do this. So from the love of it, we got together, we put it together, and then we brought in investors, and now it's about to happen.
Okay, because
Okay.
you got, and I'm speaking on, you got something new that's, you got something new that's coming. You about to hit the season of introducing, this new event going. How do you plan on pushing it out there and getting people involved in it if you haven't already started, which I'm sure you have started? How do you get to
Yes.
how do you plan
Yes.
on pushing it, nationwide?
Well, we pushing it, internet, Facebook, Instagram, the old school way, flyers, promotion, and we in different, all investors in different states. So everybody just doing their homework, putting it
Okay.
out there.
Okay. That's good. And where you at with it right now? As far as location. Do you
It's
have that
Little
yet?
Rock, yeah. Our location will be Little Rock, Arkansas for the first year.
Okay. And when is it? A lot of people want to
It's,
know.
it's June 24th, 25th, and 26th.
It's gonna be very hot. It's gonna be hot those
Arkansas.
days, man.
And no hotter than
Arkansas.
August.
Exactly.
We had it there in August years
Yeah.
ago.
Oh, that's
That's
gonna
true.
be that
That's
good
true.
prime. The body
Yeah.
barely getting used to the heat. They
Yeah.
definitely go and feel it. So what's the vibe gonna be like down there, man? Is it still gonna be like campground atmosphere? What kind of a vibe is gonna be down there?
If you've been to the Roundup back in Arkansas before, it was a good vibe. The fairground did a lot of work. We got we can um, hook up for 200. I think it's 260 people, mobile homes. So they got it's more nicer than it was back in 2016.
Oh, okay.
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 So what you got? What you got
So
to
you
say
got
about that?
concerts and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, we got a real nice concert Friday and Saturday. We got one of the big bikers singers, Big Moochie. He gonna be Friday night. We got
Oh, okay.
him. We got Rude out of Baton Rouge. We got quite a few guys gonna be on display. We got a bike show where we not discriminate no bikes. Uh, we'll be doing bikes. We'll be doing what you call them little cars. They ain't bikes, but they motorcycles.
The
Look,
slingshots and the Vanderhaals.
Yeah. The
Screenshots.
slingshots.
We ain't discriminate none of them. We got their own class. So all bikers have classes. So slingshots, all of them. So it's gonna be something new. It's gonna be something hot. Um, it's the upcoming bike event. We welcome all bikes, everything, all color. So just putting something for us to another family event we have once a year.
No, I mean that's pretty big, man. To actually step out there and try something new and do something new and create another lane for different people, especially now that you're saying that it's not so much club related, because a lot of things now is, and I won't say now, I'm just gonna say in general, it's club atmosphere. So you have some people that
Political.
just stay away because they're not in the club, and you every year you gaining more and more people that they're just riders. They just do it as a hobby, they do it as a passion, as a part-time, as a pastime, but not necessarily want to be in a club. So I guess when you put it out there up front and you let them know it's for everybody, it's just not club driven, that might make a difference in the turnout.
That do make a big difference because we all can go back and look years ago when they gave event, it was all about clubs.
Right.
Now bike nights, it's not about clubs. The bars when they have bike nights be bigger than club nights.
It do.
There's more bike riders now, and they will go to other events when it ain't a club event. So I'm trying to give something for just like the bike show every year I give. It's not a club event, It's a bike show for bike riders. It's a hell of a turnout. In the same way, when it's a difference, the clubs when they give event, you got clubs there, but it's more non-club riders now than it is club
That's
members
true.
riding in clubs.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. So let's talk about Kurt. Let's talk about Kurt's getaway. Let's talk about the event that you have up there in Cleveland every year, man. How did that come about? Because you were and are a bar owner.
Right.
So how did the whole car and bike and bike show and bike event come? I want to say that I think I went to the first one. Was that the first one, or was that the second one? When was your first one? I went to maybe
First
three
one
of them.
was 2010.
No, I came to the second one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
It's
came to the
all
second.
started
first one.
though because I build bikes too, and a buddy of mine was building bikes, and I knew shops was building bikes, and I had told him, I said, look, let's we all build a bike and have a people choice award. Let the people choose who built the best bike, and it was for the locals. We came together, we done it, and out of town people, Columbus picked up on it the first year. Next year, Detroit picked up on it. And I appreciate the love Detroit been giving me for the last 12 years.
For sure.
Y'all been holding it down.
Man,
But
time went by
that's how it
fast.
that's how it got
Yeah.
started. I was just jogging with some buddies, said, let's see who can build the best bike. I haven't put a bike in the show since the first year because I won, and I said that'd be unfair because if everything I build win, then they say it's fixed.
So it sounds like
Even
you
though
building some bad bikes.
Oh yeah, I've been doing it a long time.
Oh man, that's good. So what
Hold on, is they fast, Kirk?
All my
Or
stuff,
is they show and go?
they all fast. They all ready to go.
no, he said, are they show and go?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But I'm a go fast guy and a traveling guy. All that pretty stuff, I leave that up to my son. Now he builds some nice looking bikes now. I leave that.
Yeah, no, that's cool. So with the event you got going on this year in Little Rock, what are you doing in Cleveland? Are you still putting on that show, or is that going to kind of
Oh,
affect
yeah.
that? Okay, that's still
That's
going on.
gonna be there. The show going to be there. It's August the 26th and 27th. The show going to be there.
Okay, that's cool. That's
That's
cool.
not going nowhere. Detroit love coming down. People from
Hey.
all over love coming down. So the show going to be there. Long gonna breathe.
And I'm send a shout out to the city. Hey, listen, if you haven't been to Kirk's Getaway, hey, that's actually Kirk. Whether you know it or not, you don't know the insides of the city. The city always plan to make that trip.
Yeah, no, that's a fact.
That's the fact. I'm talking about we plan to make that trip, man. Like everybody know we going to Cleveland.
Yeah. And
You know?
and the good thing about it,
No,
I
we
can
be-
say this.
we be coming
I
home with
still
some
get
trophies
love
too,
from
man.
Detroit during the year. People just come down to get the chicken wings. They come down to get the chicken wings and during the year. So I appreciate the love from Detroit.
Yeah, not a problem. Thank you, man. So let's, because we got you on here, man. We want to talk about some, different biker issues while we got you on here. We discussed the event.
Okay.
We discussed, the getaway, man. How do you see the bike set, man, right now, man? From where do you see it right now from where you started?
When, hold on, let me say this before you answer, Kirk. Not to cut you off.
All right.
When did you first come on a bike set, Kirk? For those that
Ooh, you
don't
gonna
know.
make me tell my age now.
Yeah, man.
I came on the bike set when I was very young.
He said when he was
I've
very
been
young.
riding with
Okay.
the club. I've been riding with the club since about 78.
Okay.
So I've been out there a long time. I grew up around the clubs. The club scene is not like it was back in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. So it is a big difference. The problem is, I think we having today, we don't school our young men's and women's about
True.
the club.
Okay.
Fact.
one thing about the Mystic Knights, we are older club. Well, even when I came along, they brought you in, they schooled you, show you how things supposed to go, show you the ropes, show you uh, when it come down, respect other clubs and stuff like that. We don't have that now. The younger guys coming in, taking over the club with no respect, and the older guys just letting them go. And
Yeah,
that's the reason you find a lot more bike riders today not joining clubs. They just
Right.
ride. You find more guys getting together riding and don't want to have nothing to do with the clubs.
that's very true. But then you got some guys that want to join the club just to wear the colors.
Well, yeah, but this one thing I always tell all my members when they come to the club. The club don't make you, you make the club.
Correct.
So what is you bringing to the club to help the club advance? Because we don't need nobody to put a patch on and make them a bigger man. And see, when they do that, then they ain't bringing the club no justice. Because they supposed to come and help the club advance, not for the club to be their protection.
Yeah, you are right about that, but we don't always see it that way. Especially in the MC world, should I say? Now outside of you feeling like the young aren't learning as much as they should, from the old, or just learning so much about their club. As far as motorcycling nowadays, do you think that it has evolved and got better or worse? Just because of the lessons not being taught versus better bikes, people traveling more, people doing more in the bike world versus before, or is it the opposite way around? How do you see it from your standpoint?
My standpoint is about the same. I think today the bikers today doing a lot more, or maybe getting recognized a lot more than they did back in the day. The guys back in the day didn't ride as much. I like to take my hat off for two people. My father, he was a rider. He traveled. I was a traveler. I rode with him. We traveled a lot. Smiley come out of the West, got to know him. He started traveling. Flacco, and then they got everybody else out there start traveling. Even Pedro, he did the 48 states. So bikers started traveling again, started seeing the country. That was a beautiful thing. And so many people can say they did it. Even when it came to me, I did all 49 states in one run. That's a big thing when you done something and very few people have done it as a biker.
Okay. Yeah, that's something.
That's something.
That's something. I haven't done the 48 states. I don't have no desire on doing it, man.
Hey,
It's cool for those that do it, man.
but once you get out there and when you do it, you look back and say, damn, you done something. You got something you can sit and tell your grandkids about.
See, I probably wouldn't have a problem doing it in general if I had a purpose and destination. Me personally, I just don't want to ride 48 states just to say I rode 48 states. It's not my goal.
That's a hell of a bragging right there. you know how well it make me feel when people say they did 48 and I say I did 49. and then when I went to a true Alaska, a lot of guys that went up there, they didn't go to the true Alaska. They just went to Heidi. And Heidi ain't Alaska, but it's over in Alaska. So
for the bragging right purposes, yeah. I mean, if I wanted to, do that, then it makes you stick your chest out a little more. Yeah. We got a question. This from Truth. It might not be so much related to this, but I want to speak on it anyway because it was brought up. And she asking about it for a future show, Pedro. I know Kurt probably, you probably don't have an input on this because you're in Cleveland. But however, she asked, why is it that Detroit goes out and support everyone everywhere but don't get the same when events are thrown in Detroit? It isn't for anyone in particular. How do you feel about that, Pedro? I mean, I can speak for Kirk because he done been down to the car
Kirk,
wash before.
Hey, Kirk, we can't. Hey, Kirk, this
He
is
done been here.
This is you, Kirk. You know, because
Yeah.
hey, because
Well,
we know y'all come down here. So,
yeah,
but
that's the same way any place. And like I tell anybody, it's enough to go around. People gonna mess with who they gonna mess with, and if you looking for certain people, don't look for them. Just go out and keep grinding.
because they
People
see
gonna
you,
come see
they see you.
you. Yeah, they're gonna come out
It
and
may
see
take a
you.
minute for them
It
to
might
get to
not when
you.
you want them, but they will. And you just don't put all your basket in one spot. You just can't focus on one club or one set of people. You go see them all the time. You got to spread your wings because everybody ain't gonna just come because you go to them. So you got to go with multiple people.
Yeah, I mean, we see that with just different people. I mean,
Because now that's
different
like
clubs.
the thing in Detroit. Like everybody goes a little bit of everywhere now, and when we throw events here, that truth hit that on the nose. People don't. A lot of people don't return that love, and especially now. And do they be on the ground? Most of the problem is they don't be on the ground. A lot of them, and you know how that is, Kirk. You know whether we want to accept it or not. Them bikes that be in the trailer, don't nobody respect that. I mean, they be because like when you on the ground, they be like, "Well, damn,
You rode all the way from here?
they gonna be like, well, shit, we owe them a favor. We going to see them. That's how that kind of go.
Yeah, you got to show up. When you show up and out in front of their spot
On the
with
ground,
all them
though.
bikes,
On the ground,
then
though.
they gonna turn around and show you the same love.
Supposed to be most of the time, because I can definitely say from experience, just from being in the club, we done went to some spots, man. 300 strong a couple times, and we didn't get that same participation in return. And we done popped up, in different cities for breakouts and just for, different parties. And we don't, I can speak for me on behalf of my club that, we done made an impact where they couldn't help but see us. And every time we came to them, we came with some big numbers. But yeah, like she say, man, she want to know, why can't we get that out? And I'm sure you probably deal with that same stuff where you from. It's not just a typical Detroit thing, but since we are in Detroit and we know, man, when they got an event somewhere, Detroit, we definitely hit that 75 highway going south, man, to different places. And sometimes we do not receive guys coming 75 north.
Right. And one thing I expressed to my club now is one thing I know for sure. In town can make you or break you. That's when you always need to get out there on that road and travel and visit. Because when people come from out of town, they coming out of town to spend money with you and support you. In town come right there to your door and stand across the street and don't come in.
Yeah, I see that. I see that as well too.
So that's when you got to show the love. You got to go. You got to travel. You got to go and see people, and then
And make yourself known too, though.
Yeah.
A lot of times, you would people show up at these spots out of town, and just show up. You just there.
Don't nobody know who you are.
Nobody know who you are, really. They know you there. They may see, oh, it's a couple people here from Detroit, but you haven't introduced yourself to nobody, or to make somebody be like, okay, they from. Hey, you got to develop relationships when you do that.
But that goes to this comment right here from Keith Terry. He said because the North is unfriendly. So you got the unfriendly people that do pop up at these events, and they ain't saying nothing. They just there. Yeah, I ain't about to go over there and talk to them
and pop their bag open and
I have
drink.
to agree with him on that one because when you go south, they show much love.
They do.
They do.
They show much love, and that's where you use it. But the problem is with South, they ain't coming north when they get after September. You get it. But
No, do they, you being out here in the game, being around since 78, and we had this problem here, and I'm sure whatever we have in Detroit is not a Detroit thing. It's a MC thing in general, man. Why is it so like a divine divided thing with the young and the old as far as like bragging rights. And I'm not even saying like it's something that we're trying to brag about, but it seems as if so many of the older guys, there is such a competition with the up and coming.
Well, I don't know. I ain't got that problem because my thing is I had my time. It's daytime. Give them that respect. Because when I was young, I came along, I took away the older guys and took their crown. So the young guys out here now, they taking our crown. So
And that's how it go.
that's
You know,
how you got to give them their respect.
but we see
I know I can still do what I do, and I tell them anytime they ready to try me, catch me out there. But I'm not going to be trying to battle with them
yeah.
because, it's their time.
It's definitely a time. And I mean, even when I first came on the bike set, man, I was fresh and new at one point in time. But then time goes on. It's somebody else that's fresh. It's somebody else that's new out there, man. I can't hold on to, hey, I used to do wheelies. I used to, past tense. It's other guys out there that's doing wheelies on crotch rockets for, miles at a time. I can't keep up with that. I can't do that. Besides, my bones, they're definitely not going to heal the same way.
You're right. And what we was doing on Jap bike, they doing on Harleys now.
They doing on Harleys.
So what, you can't keep up with the young generation.
No, you can't. I mean, and that's the way that I see it. But I also see like, man, everything is like divided when it come down to not everybody, because you got some of the old guys, man, they sit back and they enjoy seeing what the young guys are doing. They enjoy seeing the change. And then they talk about, man, if I was your age, man, if I could do it all over again, because it's something fresh and vibrant. But then you got those old guys, man, they're
stuck in their ways.
They stuck in their ways. Yeah, that's a better way. They stuck in their ways. They don't want to hear nothing that we got to say, man. And then when you go deep inside the actual club, they're getting old and we're changing with the times. But you have some guys in certain clubs, they don't want the young people to change with the time. And you have to.
That's the only way the club going to last. And, if you don't change with the younger generation coming, the club going to die. And that's what happened to a lot of the older clubs here. They didn't want to let the young ones come in, didn't want to change, and the club died off. And it didn't even happen with our club. I was the only young guy in the club back then. They didn't want nobody else to come in because I was raised by the club. And they were like, no, we didn't want this and that, because they were thinking, and tell the truth, I told them one day at club meeting, I said, if y'all don't allow nobody else to come in here, I said, when all y'all die, I'm going to sell this whole block and I'm moving to the country. That next club meeting was a whole different club meeting. It was willing to come in. Because they didn't want nobody else to come in, and eventually all of them was going to die off, and I'd have been the only one stuck there by myself. So I said, y'all got to let people come in the club. But they wasn't looking at the change. They didn't want to go with the change, and eventually we moved on. You got to bring people in and teach them to come over to take. When they take over, then you can move out the way. You can enjoy life.
Right. It becomes easier. You let them, you retire. You enjoy what you done.
Right. You set an example and let them see, could they outdo you what you did in life? So it's just your mindset. You can't move forward, let somebody come behind to take your place.
All right. Now with the change, and I want to, and I'm speaking to you because you still actively involved with the motorcycle set, the motorcycle club and everything. But from 1978, from 1998, even from 2008, do you see your club, if your club haven't already been, is it friendly and open to civilians? And has it always been open to civilians?
Yes, we always been open. That's how we got to make it. We can't just only survive off of clubs, MCs. So we have to be friendly with civilians. So we have to.
Unless we got a new name up
deal
here.
with both sides.
Socialites, Kurt. No, it's just messing with you. And that's what they call them now. They got a new name now, socialites.
What y'all call it over there?
The socialites. For the social guys. Yeah, the socialites. Yeah.
They call it socialites now. That's a new term now.
Yeah, no, but I asked that because when I first joined the club, it wasn't so open and friendly to.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Back in the day, it wasn't.
You know,
I agree.
and even when you got some of the outlaw biker clubs that pretty much if you didn't have a name, and when I say a name, meaning somebody in the club that can vouch for you, it wasn't really open nor friendly to the people. And as we fast forward time and time has changed and attitudes are totally different. I was just wondering, how do you feel about clubs that still have some of that old mentality, seeing that it's a business, and if you pushing people out of the way because they still trying to hold on to, I'm a hardcore biker, but then at the same time I'm trying to get people in the door, and it doesn't work.
No,
it does not work. It's bad for business.
I'm gonna speak on this one individual here, and he had a run-in with a lot of the clubs here. He got an outlaw club, but now he got a clubhouse. It's a bar, and I stopped in to see him, because I was over that in that area, so I stopped in. He said, "Now I understand what you've been trying to tell me. It's about business now. So all that dumb stuff out the window." He said, "As long as everybody come here, keep peace, civilians and bikers, they welcome in here, because he need that dollar. It ain't about who got what rags, who can't come here, who can." So he's seen the business side of it instead of looking at it as a MC side where you got certain rules.
Yeah,
You couldn't keep the doors open.
Yeah, it costs money, and if you don't have people to patronize your club, how can you survive? And with the way that the world is, and how much it costs to operate, we need people in our clubs. So that means we got to change the way we are mentality wise as an MC club, because I see certain clubs, man. I mean, when I go, and I'm not speaking on just Detroit because it's not Detroit. I go different places, man. If you don't have them rags on, they treat people like crap. To this day, and I'm not speaking past tense because we know how it was, in the past. But I'm speaking, even current days, as little as just last summer.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't live that.
I'm gonna say this. I think that to maintain club nowadays, you have to have your club in a civilian friendly situation, man. Period. Period. You want your club because that's how you make your money. Because if you think about it, most however you want to call it, MC, motorcycle riders, bikers, whatever you want to call it, they got their drinks in their bag.
They do.
I'm just saying.
They do.
They do.
But they want a nice environment to be able to come to and feel safe. Like when I go to Cleveland, I know I want to look forward to going to the Mystic Knights. I like they set up.
The food.
I can park right outside. I got the gate. I can walk through the yard. People's all over that street. You got the parking lot over there with your friends that's in their cars, but the bikes is taking up the block, and I feel safe. I feel comfortable. I can walk down the street to the store, and everything is right there, so it's convenient. So I feel comfortable when I go over to the Mystic Knights when I'm in Cleveland. And you got other clubs throughout the country, throughout the states, where you like going to their club because the vibe, it's just there. It's great. It's a great vibe. It's like, man, I like going there, man. When I go here, we got to make sure we stop over there. Exactly. They party night is on this night, so we know we got to be here for this day, but let's leave a couple days early because we want to stop by there. You got clubs and you got people that, want to support them clubs because how they treat different individuals. How do you guys maintain your parties up there? How do you guys keep people constantly wanting to come? And I don't know if it's like that every week, because again, I'm from Detroit, so when I come up there, it's for an event. Every so often I might come up there for somebody else's party, but it seems like the Mystic Knights always got something going on when I do come up there.
Well, We still do it the old way with the new way, with the new school in there doing the little things they like to do. But when it come down, we still stick with the basics. So, and the basic always being great hospitality. You treat people how you want to be treated, and give them something to come there for.
All right. Now we had a discussion on the previous podcast, and we talking about unity in the bike community, man. To bring back some unity, and I know it's like I say again, nothing is just simply just Detroit. So I don't want to put it out there like Detroit is the place that has problems and we need to bring unity, but the bike community in general, in different places. What do you feel like could bring and help bring unity in the community?
Well, I still say go back. We teaching our members respect other clubs and go show the love to other clubs. Stop where it's section off and the cliques between clubs. Because when I came along, I don't care what patch you got on, we was all one.
Correct.
When Cleveland left town, we came to Detroit. We used to come over there and race all the time. We used to come over there to race. It was 6, 7 clubs. Well, we was all from Cleveland. So it wasn't about a club thing. We all was bikers. And that's the way we looked at it. And we need to get back to that. The patch is saying where your home is.
Correct.
Just like you go home every night, I go home every night. But when we come out, we all as one. We all bikers. And that's the way we should look at it.
What's one of the biggest things that you feel is ripping the bike community apart? That you visually see when you come out on the set.
This personal grudge against one person, another person, and when one person, one club got a grudge with somebody in another club, they want to make it a club of personal issue when it should be two people personal issue.
Right.
And that's where we supposed to be a family. You fell out with your brother, your cousin, whatever. That was y'all issue. Y'all didn't tear the family apart. And see, that's what happened. You got too many personal issues stemmed into the club, and it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I see that as well when you got people coming into these clubs. Like you say, they bring their outside issues in and they make it a club issue. And in the beginning, you're not supposed to be bringing those problems in. So how can we start by saying, hey, we don't even want to be involved with your personal issues? When we say that, did that keep us being real to our club member? Or are we letting our club member down? How is that? Because now you brung it to us. It's in our face. If we don't ride with you, then, my club ain't nothing. We ride with you, and then you involving us in problems that we don't even have nothing to do with.
Well, that's where it takes the leader of a club to bring it to them. It was not a club issue. It's a personal issue. If the club wasn't involved in it from the get-go, club shouldn't get in the memo. The vice versa, the other clubs too. They got to stop letting personal issue tear clubs apart.
Right.
Because 9 out of 10, every time it's a situation go on in a club, it's always wind up it was a personal issue with a member with another personal issue in another club.
It ain't had nothing to do with the club. No, nothing to do with club.
It had nothing to do with the club.
Yep, every time. Yep. I agree.
So the club itself the leadership need to stop it when something jump off and find out. When it's personal, that's on you.
Right. Yeah.
But if we don't stop it and you run behind every time somebody bring you something, you always don't have them issues.
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't even know how hard that shit is, though, Kurt. It ain't easy. It look easy because sometimes we make it look so easy. With the growth and membership and stuff like that, we make it look so easy. People don't even understand how hard that shit is, though. It's hard.
Well, one thing with leadership, first off, when you put somebody on leadership of a club, you should look at their household. If they ain't got control of their household, they shouldn't be in control of the leadership of a club. A club is worse than the household.
Right. Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I had to step out and do something.
Still can't hear.
Okay, you can't hear. Okay, yeah, I got somebody else that I got over here that just came in. Let me get the camera on them real quick. We got Sly.
We got Sly.
We got Sly. We got Big Sly from Detroit, man. We got him up in here, man. You know, he was in the club, Boulevard Boys out of Detroit. So, you know, I want to let everybody know that he in here. We in kick it with him as well about some things. He a little late, but we here.
Hey, man, better late than never, man.
I got Kurt on the line. You know, I got Kurt. You know, Kurt's getaway. I got him here. So we just kicking it real quick and chopping it up.
Oh, it ain't. Hold on 1 second here. We got technical difficulties here. You on, Sly?
All right, there we go.
Okay.
What up, though, Kurt? You all right, man?
Oh yeah, I'm all right. How you doing?
I'm real good, man. I'm real good.
Yeah, we was just sitting up here talking about, you know, bringing some unity in the bike community. Even though we talked about that last week, man, we getting a perspective from Kurt out of Cleveland. So that's what we was talking about, man. What's your input on that? I know you coming in at the tail end, but Sly, you been around for a minute, man. What can you say?
Oh, man, you know, the community is where it's at, man. You know, I mean, it's the respect level out here. And you know what I'm saying? When they say it's earned, not given, it's real like that. You know, I started back, 2001 with our family, man. You know, and we earned our respect out here, man. You know, I want to give shouts out to my man Shooter, man, because he came up the ranks with me. You know what I'm saying? So
That's right.
in order to get that respect, you know what I'm saying, you got to go out here and you got to show mad love. And, you know, one of the most clubs that gave us the most love out here on the set, you know, and I got to give hands down to them, was Boogie Down. You know what I'm saying? They gave us mad love.
Hold on, what club was that?
Boogie Down.
Oh,
MC.
man, let's give them a round of applause, man. I heard about them guys over there, man. That must be a real big club in the state.
Well, you know what? It's a real big club in the state.
Yeah,
man.
they
You know what
got
I'm saying?
chapters all over. I mean, that's just what I hear. They got like a lot of chapters throughout Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's all I was gonna say though.
Detroit, Flint, Pontiac, FC. I mean, I ain't gonna talk about
Ann
that,
Arbor,
you know what I'm saying?
Grand Rapids, Idlewild, stuff like that.
Yeah. You know about them? You know about them?
Yeah, I heard of them. I heard they was like some fantastic racers. Kurt, have you ever came and encountered some of them guys from Boogie Down?
Yes, I did. I came up there and took y'all money one year. Yeah, I don't know. It was the older guy in y'all club had a race bike called Bad Bitch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He took his money.
We'll have to ask about that bike, man, to see which one of them guys.
Even though they trying to be slick, it came with one bike all looking raggedy. And then they'll race and then go around the corner and switch bikes. But I knew bikes. I knew the sound of the bike. So when they came back, they didn't have nothing on me. So I wasn't worried about it.
So they did all switch.
They didn't switch a roof and hit their ass up.
Oh man. See, by you just saying that, man, those are like memories, like when you tell stories like that, things that, you know, the younger guys, we can sit back and listen to people like yourself and laugh at stories, you know, like that, you know, just different memories of things that happen, you know, different encounters, and not necessarily having to have encounters that was negative, bad, you know, that ended in violence and all types of unsafety.
I mean, back then it wasn't like that always, man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was violence and everything, but you earned your respect one way by learning the bylaws. You know what I'm saying? Me being in the family and we wasn't an MC club, you have to learn to go through the ranks and the channels. So we didn't step into an MC club or outlaw club unless we were invited. You understand? And if you're invited, that means you're protected by that club. See, a lot of people didn't understand that rules and regulations. They just walked into the club and thinking, oh, we good in here. There's a lot of brothers out here that I seen get them colors taken out there too. You know what I'm saying?
But I want to tell you the truth, man. I used to know about the family, right?
Yeah.
Because y'all was down the street.
Yes, sir.
And with your statement that you just said, I never once looked at y'all when I rolled past.
Never?
Never.
Wow.
And the crazy part about it is I would ride with these guys downtown, Fuddruckers, Belle Isle, Ruich Park. But it was like when they put their family colors on, and it was nothing against you.
Right.
It was just I had MC colors. I never looked at them. If they wasn't the MC club at that time, club wise, I didn't even do this when I rolled past. They down the street from me. I ride past and I just these guys want to be bikers so bad.
Well, you know what? We were the only club out here.
But they was thick. They was thick though at that time.
We had 60-some members.
Agreed. I agree.
60-some members. And we did get the respect and love, and we had 3-piece patch. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't have any problems out here. You know, and only MCs was allowed to be wearing a 3-piece patch.
But I don't think the problems really came at that time.
No.
It came further down the road. And Kurt, down in Cleveland, man, what's the protocol for guys popping up with clubs down there, man? Is it a certain protocol? How do y'all handle that, and what is the protocol?
Well, when I was running Mystic Nights, we used to have meetings about that, and I was the type of guy like this. Everybody put their pants on just like I do. If you don't respect a new club, don't support them. But I wasn't for when you see them snatching their colors, this and that, because at the end of the day, we all men.
Exactly.
And so I didn't go along with that. And by we being the oldest club, I didn't go along with that. Some of the clubs didn't even push the issue. Then some got together and they decided they want to do whatever they were going to do. They did it. But I feel like this. If a man don't want to be in, I always try to talk to a new club start. I said, go join a club existed and make them stronger. If you think you a leader, then be in that club 2 or 3 years and come to president and run that club before you go start in the club, because you don't know what you're up against once you start a club. Everybody think they can be a president. They think they can run a club till they get in it. And then most of the time when these new clubs started, they always getting members that other clubs don't want anyway. So, I just try to stay neutral to that, and try to say, hey, go join a club and help another club get stronger instead of starting your own club. If they choose to do, okay. If you didn't go along with it, just don't support it.
I agree. I can't say nothing, different about that. I wish that more people would think like that, but I guess everybody feel they can do what people been doing for years better than the next guy. Instead of going to a club that's already there, no, I want to start my own thing. I want to do this because I can do it better. I want to do this and I want to do that.
Younger.
Yeah, but here again, if everybody get mad and jump out and start another club, you keep getting clubs, and that's where it's been. It's been getting clubs. Before you know it, everybody is so many clubs. That's really, I tell them all the time in Cleveland. They talking about somebody can't get on their date. It's like Detroit. Y'all got so many clubs. Anytime we come to Detroit, we can go to at least 3 parties in one night on a Saturday. Because there's so many of y'all, there's so many clubs giving some, y'all going to get on each other dates.
Right.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. You got
that's true.
Anniversaries on the same night.
Right.
With different clubs. I remember before when I joined the club, the anniversary was a sacred day.
Yeah.
Everybody around town knew about that anniversary day. But with all these clubs popping up, and then you got chapters that's 10 minutes away from each other, same club with a different chapter. You got multiple clubs, the east side, the west side, the north side, the south side.
The problem you had with that, man, is, it was a non-respect level at all. I mean, when I started the Boulevard Boys, we decided to have our parties in the springtime. We tried not to step on nobody's toes. and we did everything the proper protocol. And we went with the people and asked the people to put out a calendar of events. That way we won't step on nobody's toes and won't have no problems out here. So I give hands to the Boulevard Boys when I did that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, also, we gave parties with the Kings and Queens of Harley. I mean, you know, got to give my man Pedro some shots, you know. We did 2 white parties with them, and hey, let me tell you, every time we hit the set, I ain't even got to even touch myself, you know. I'm just patting myself in the back. You know what I'm saying? It was 1,000 strong. Now, Kurt, you tell me this. You Mystic Knights, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Where he stepped away from the mic. But yeah, he Mystic Knights.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Boulevard Boys did 1,000 strong 3 times in a row. You know what I'm saying? We packed Burst Warehouse 3 times in a row. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I know what we did. We show love. I mean, you got to get out here and ride your bike. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when everybody out here said they did this, they did that, we was doing miles too. We was doing stakes too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we did a lot of things, but we didn't count it. We didn't ask for it. We just did it. So, I mean, I respect everybody that want to be respected out here. And like you said, them socialites, oh, that word got me real good. You know what I'm saying? I might be asking for some money for them shirts, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm part of the originator who started them socialites out here. You know what I'm saying? So we can go back there.
Kurt, when it comes down to the social clubs and it comes down to the MC clubs, man, when it comes out to going out, supporting and partying, who do you actually have the most fun with?
Yeah, we respect social club. They're a big part of your income coming in, so you got to respect them. We didn't. I don't think Cleveland have a big issue with social clubs. So they support the bikers, the MCs, and we support them. Now you got some who might not support social club, but one time the social club was bigger than the bike clubs.
And I still think that, you know, they actually got the advantage of being bigger than a lot of these MC clubs just because the way that the social clubs are ran versus the way that the MC clubs are ran, and the background with a lot of the people that's in the social clubs. I mean, we put these titles on MC clubs, social clubs. At the end of the day, they all wear a vest. So to a stranger, it's just a bike club, but we put these titles on there. But with these titles, when you say the MC club and the social clubs, I'm not taking away from the careers of anybody from an MC club, but it seems like the guys in the social club, they're more caring about their image as far as not to be the traditional
Say it, man.
biker.
Dirty, man. Say it, man. Say it, man. I don't want to be dirty.
You know,
man.
Right.
The traditional scooter bum looking biker, man. You know, you got more people that care about their image, and with that image, they bring a different crowd. They bring more of the working class people that want to dress up nice to these events.
Right.
They want to
Exactly.
come out. They want to spend money.
Exactly.
They want to do a lot more. Where the motorcycle club, they can't compete. If you ask me, to the social clubs, and I mean, I know it might not be as many social clubs and non-MC clubs in Cleveland like it is in Detroit, but when you go club for club, the social clubs, in my opinion, party wise and crowd wise, they are winning. They're winning big because they're friendly and they're doing nice stuff
In a welcoming environment.
Yeah, what was that? Did you break up a little
That's the
bit?
reason the bike club, the MC club, got to recognize that.
I think we getting some breaking up going on over there with you, Kurt. But it's cool. But you say that's why the MC clubs got to recognize that.
Okay. Yeah, they got to recognize because right now, like you say, the social club is bringing them that green, and that green don't got MC or SC on it.
It ain't got none of that, man. And they don't have a problem spending
Right.
it. They don't have a
Right.
problem spending it.
Right.
You know, they spend they eating good and doing everything else that they want to do up in there, man.
Hey, that's what we do.
Right.
We spend money.
You know, so it's definitely
it-
good.
Yeah, that's where, like I say, that's where we got the the new generation that come along, we got to school them and let them understand. At the end of the day, we all family, and everybody do something different. We should be able to come in one place and have a good time without any dumb stuff. So
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you on that, man. Without any dumb stuff, man. Do you got any problems at your club with other clubs just disturbing your clubs? How do you guys deal with that down there? If you got any problems like that going on?
well, you might have incidents every once in a while, but we try to handle our own. We don't ask no other club to get involved. If there's something going on, we try to handle our own. Because at the end of the day, it's our house. And any other club, when they have issues, we stay out of that and let them handle their own.
Okay,
So, like I say, long you do that and the club try to handle their stuff in a right way, you shouldn't have much problems. And so far, Cleveland ain't that bad. I'm not gonna say we don't have issues here. We have, but for the most part, like other cities, I think we doing good compared to a lot of other cities.
okay. Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm gonna come down to Cleveland. Well, I actually sneak down in Cleveland a lot. I just don't say too much. I'm always on the radar when I move, man. So I try to stay off the radar. I hit down on my club and to chop it up with a couple of my members and do other things down there, and I get back on the freeway and I'm headed back to the house. All within a matter of a day. I just stay out the way. Yeah, Pedro, man, what's up, man?
Hey man, nothing, man. I'm over here with my man Sly and Kirk.
you know. Yeah, so what we got? I mean, we've been in here about an hour, man. We gonna try to keep it all, keep it all down. Slide, man. You got anything you want to share about anything coming up this year, man? Any biker plans? Any endeavors, man? Any upgrades on your bike?
Yeah, I might as well put it out there, man. Hey, at the Royal Palace, baby, come party with Sly. It's 50th birthday, man. March 20th. Day party, baby. Smoke and drink, baby. That's what I do all day. You know what I'm saying? Let me say it again. March 20th. You know what I'm saying? March 20th, 1 to 6. Come party at the Palace, the Kings and Queens Palace. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so y'all got something in there you just putting out there, man. You ain't tell me about. You snuck that in, huh?
It's Sly's birthday, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm turning 50. Say what I do. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, that's cool, man. 50, that's a milestone right there.
Yeah.
Kurt won't tell us his age, man. All we know is he started off he started off at 78, man. He's still a young guy. We just know in 78, at least we know he was in a motorcycle club. so
Well, I ain't got no problem telling my age because I'm doing a big 60 this year too. I'm giving a big part of them, taking it back down to my birthplace, Mississippi.
Oh, I did see that. I did see that on the internet.
Kirk, give us that information, man. Get that information
Everybody
out to everybody,
down
man.
in Natchez, Mississippi. It's down, I'm doing a trail ride. If you know anything about a trail ride part.
I don't know about a trail ride.
Kirk, we city boys up here, man. Go ahead. Shoot that thing out there, man.
Come see it. It'll be plenty moonshine, horses, concert, everything. You're gonna be having big country fun. Put it that way. Bring your cowboy boots and your best hat.
It's gonna be a grand old, what they call it, a hold down.
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be
A grand down, hold down.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. That's cool, man. I appreciate your time today, Kurt, man, taking your time out, man, to kick it with us, man. But and I know it's in the beginning of the program, but we had some more people chime in. Let them know one more time about your event that you got going on in Arkansas this year for the people that's just on now.
All right, in Little Rock, Arkansas, we have an all-American bike rally. It'll be going on from Thursday, the 23rd to Sunday, the 26th. Basically, if you ever been to the Roundup, it's the same thing. Camp out, concert, bike show, uh, vendors. It'd be a big family event for 3 days, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
I gotta look at that date
Come on
again,
down.
man. Let me hold on. Let me look at that date because we got our breakout coming up. You said what date was that?
June the 23rd.
Okay, all right, never mind. Yeah, that's the third week of June. Yeah. The second week of June, I'll be preoccupied.
Yeah, we all break out at this shit, man. We like to show up.
Alabama.
Well, hell, you're gonna be right around the corner. Might as well
Yeah,
stay out that way.
it's a different date though. Yeah, but Alabama, man, that ain't too far for you to ride, is it?
Too far for me from right.
Yeah, it ain't too
Me?
far. Yeah.
You mean you gonna put yours on the trailer?
No,
and
mine
put
going
mine on the street.
Mine going on the road.
You're gonna okay.
It's
I'm telling
going
you
on the
what,
road.
If you going on the road, I'm going on the road with you.
Come on, ride with
After I
me.
leave from Memphis, I'm going on the road with you.
That's what I'm talking
Alabama.
about, man. Come
You know what
on,
I'm saying?
come on, ride
Hey,
down
that's
there
what I'm
with me,
talking
man,
about,
because it will be down there, man. You know,
First of all, are Indians allowed to come ride with y'all? You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure. I don't have no Harley. Let me beat that no. I do not ride a Harley. I ride an Indian, okay? Let me let you know that, right?
man, I don't discriminate, man, on what you got, man. You know, bring
Ride
what
your
you got.
motorcycle.
Ride your motorcycle, man. As long as you ride, then you good.
All right, bet. If
You
you
know.
riding, I'm riding. You know what I'm saying? Now, I want to see no trailer because I don't want that problem. The only time someone see a trailer is when they come to pick you up, take it to the shop, and we're going to go cash it out, get it fixed, and get right back on the road.
That's what I'm talking about,
That's
man.
it.
When I'm on my MC kick, man, there's no trailers unless I got a flat.
You on the MC Club?
From time to time.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on if they pissed me off or not. But it's still the same club, man.
Hey, but I want to let everybody know, though, I am an honorary member of Kings and Queens of Harley. Y'all got to know that. Y'all got to know I
Yeah,
am
man.
an honorary
We
member
waiting
of
on you,
Kings and Queens
man.
of Harley. You know what I'm saying?
We waiting, man.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
Yeah, no, we,
That's right. All right, go ahead, Kurt.
Hey, Ladders.
yeah.
While we at it, if you ever want to take your show on the road, you're welcome to bring it to Cleveland.
Yeah, no,
Pick it up
so
there.
yeah, I definitely want to do that, man. This summer, man, I want to come out there. I want to do some interviews, man. Get some of that footage, man, at a couple of the events down there. So thanks, thanks for the invite. I definitely got that on my books to do.
Yeah, come on down and do it down this way because what you're doing is a great thing. It might help the community, the MC community. If they feed in on what you're doing, they can get a lot of knowledge this way.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, because again, we only know what we see. And you got a lot of guys that have been there and seen it all, man. So we can only learn, and we only can, we only can learn from the people that did it before us. You know what I'm saying? We don't know everything. We think we might know everything, but it's a lot of history, man, going on. It's a lot of guys that's out here in motorcycle clubs that don't even know the history of their own club.
That's true.
That's a
Well,
fact.
Yeah, well, what I try to do when our club come on, let them read our documentary of our club. And this way they can get some history.
But you know what's crazy though, Kurt? You would give somebody some bylaws. And I don't know if this ever happened in every club or not. And you give them bylaws, and half of them don't read them bylaws.
Not until they trying to find the exit out.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That
you
part.
know,
Yeah.
don't even read the bylaws.
When they trying to find the exit out,
know,
man, they definitely go, well, the bylaws say this. But you did look at the next line. It say that.
Well, that's where it say. That's where you got to really look at somebody when you bringing them in. You got to make sure,
Well,
club fit them.
Yeah, sometimes the
Yeah,
club
but you know
don't
you
fit.
got. But you know what, Kirk? That's you made a good point. But at the same time, you have a lot of actors. So a lot of times you do. You have actors. So a lot of times a dude will actually act this whole thing all the way out till he patched. And then then you like, damn, I thought he was a good one.
Well, if we ran the clubs like the Order ran the club, like the Masons, you will have less problems than what you have right now, because you're doing a background check on that person and making sure that person is who he is.
I mean,
background
I mean, that sound good in theory. I want to interject on that. That sound good in theory, but
Right.
you're not gonna get that, man. Realistically, you're not. I mean, it's not.
No, because everybody's
know,
not going to tell you the truth.
They're not gonna tell you the truth. And then, truthfully, let's just be honest, man. How well do we actually know everybody in our club?
We don't.
And I got a topic because this was brought up. I got an inbox from somebody, and I want to have a discussion on this. How well do we actually know the people that's in our club? We see these people every day, right? But how well do we know them? Because there's people in our club that got all kinds of stuff going on, good and bad. Yes. Some people in our clubs can, put us in harm's way. We don't know. How well do we know these people? And I think that's something that a lot of people in the clubs, they should start, I guess they need to know who they're in the club with. Everybody's not going to click with everybody. We know that. But we need to know a little bit more about each other because you sit in the club, you got a guy named, Killer Mike. You got a guy named Snake. You got a guy named, guy named XYZ. Yeah. And if something happens to him and they say, well, do you know who Eric Smith is? I ain't never heard of the dude. I don't even know who the dude is. And that's the same club member that you see every day.
Right now, I have problems with people in the club that, hey, we ran it the way we ran it. And I asked them one thing. I said, have y'all did y'all safety checks on y'all bike? You know what they told me? Did you pay for it? I said, wow. I said, okay, next thing I asked y'all to do is write y'all government name down and an emergency contact just in case we out on this road and something happened to you. What you need all that for? Wow.
No, we do that. We do that for all our members, man, because, it's no telling what happens when something goes on, when we on these motorcycles in these clubs. It's no telling. So we need to have some type of person. We need to be able to contact your next of kin. We need to be able to contact the emergency contact. We need to know who you are. I mean, that's just, common sense, man.
That's protocol.
That's it. That's protocol right there.
But you got people out here that don't want to tell you that, and you know what? They'll write something down.
This goes
and they give you wrong number and the wrong name, and guess what?
This goes right back to what we was talking about a couple of weeks ago when we said old school versus new school. Right. So a lot of that is from the new, to be honest.
Yeah, the new school don't want you to know who you is.
Yeah.
No.
No,
but they don't want you to know who he is, but he ain't shit anyway, though.
No, but they undercover, though. They undercover. Yeah. They don't want you to know because guess why? Somebody looking for them. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's true.
That or they just paranoid. I mean, because I guess it's still a double side. Well, no, I think it's just safety. I mean, it's a safety thing. Even though you got some people in your club that still ain't shit.
Say it again.
They just ain't shit, man. Everybody don't jail with everybody in your club, but you still should at least know the people that's in your club.
Right.
And I mean, I'm speaking on it, but I don't even know everybody in my club. I got people in my club that I deal with, that I talk to on a regular, and then I got people in my club that I only speak and say, "Hey, what's up?" and we walk past. If I see them out in the street, is "What's up?" and I'm gonna still walk by.
So if something happens to them, you don't know who they are.
I don't even know who they are.
I kind of mess with everybody in my club. I have a relationship with like everybody in my club. They differently relationship.
Okay.
In my club, that's just how I am. You know what I mean? I may not talk to them every day, right? But I got a pretty decent relationship. When I might call them here and there, I'm gonna kick it with if we in the clubhouse or out somewhere, definitely.
Yeah, we'll kick it.
But I definitely got a relationship with every member in the club.
You got to run a successful club when you do that. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And I had a lot of problems. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I shut it down because, I can't trust you. If I can't trust you, then I can't be with you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're supposed to be the one that got my back. So, I mean, you're right. You're supposed to know everybody in your club. You go somewhere. If I walk in the room with you, you know what I'm saying? I'm leaving out the room with you. I got your back 100.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Lavish, you can tell me that. No, I got your back, brother.
Yeah, man. Listen, man.
Tell him, I got your back, brother.
He got my back. Facts, man. Facts. Listen,
100.
Because I want to tell you this story,
100.
Because me personally, man, I don't really talk about my club.
That's right.
At all. Right. So even on here, I never mention my club's name. If you know, you know, and that's just that.
That's right.
My club, because it's MC stuff.
Yep.
It's MC stuff, and sometimes being in an MC club can put other people at risk.
Right.
And things could went another way.
Of course.
I had went on a road trip with Sly and some of the other bikers, non-MC guys and gals. I'm an MC guy. And like I had said I previously said on different podcasts, you know, I don't always wear my colors. You know, I don't do that. I'm lavish. But when I'm at a bike event, I will represent my club, especially if I'm out of town.
Right.
If I'm somewhere where it's other colors, I'm letting it be known that I'm here.
That's right.
And I let it be known that I was in this state.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So, you know, me, I'm just mingling around, whatever, man. And, you know, some of these other bikers, you know, I won't say their names, but, you know, OMCs, you know, they pretty much, you know, let it be known that, you know, one of them guys is here. He here by himself.
Yep.
You know, he here by himself.
Well, they thought that.
So they thought.
They thought that.
And me, I do a lot of, you know, solo stuff. That's just me. And I was there, and I could feel, you know, feel everything because
right.
I know. Here it is. I'm an MC guy, and I'm just paying attention to everything. They don't know anything that's going on,
Right.
because they wouldn't know. It's nothing that a social club person would know. And these are not just social club people. These are just people that just ride motorcycles as a hobby. So as I got to looking, this one girl, she walks up to me, and she's like, "Hey, you know, I'm just taking pictures of everybody that's here. Can I get a picture of your colors?" And my first initial was like, "No, I beat it. You walking up to me, can you take a picture of my colors? If that was the case, you would have just did it from across the room." And as I'm paying attention, I'm looking. So I see some of the guys from the other club. And I'm like, oh, damn. This ain't good. But pride wasn't in the way of nothing, man. It's just simple. I got to let somebody know what's going on, because it's only one of me here. It's a busload of people from Detroit that's not, you know, engaged in MC politics.
Right.
And, you know, they got me. But not really like they got me. It's just I'm here by myself. So I let them know, you know, what was going on, man. And, you know, Sly, man, he put a play together. Next thing you know, they thought I was left and I was over there right somewhere, man. And I dodged out of sight, man. And it wasn't like a pride thing like I was running.
Right.
It was, I got to be smart enough to let these people know what's going on.
That's right.
I never did run.
Nope.
I never did take my colors off.
Nope.
I was still smart enough I was smart enough not to let the altercation happen.
Right.
You know,
Right.
by saying, "Hey, this," and I was smart enough to make sure I let them know, because I'm not about to put them in something that they not even in. And we came together, we're gonna lead together, and they made sure that even though it wasn't their business, they made sure nothing happened.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? While I was out of town, you know, and that's how it should be with everybody. They didn't get into the club business. They didn't get into anything. They didn't even ask any questions. Although some of them heard what was going on,
Right.
we were still able to leave.
That's right.
You know, and
We
it was
stood our ground.
it was all good, man.
That's
And
right. That's right.
you know, that was you know, that's a story that I can actually say that happened, you know, because it did happen, man. It's a motorcycle tale. You know, we got you know, it's history. I got these stories that I can, you know, speak on.
That's right.
You know, and yeah, he was there, man.
Hey man, we ride together, man. We going together, we coming out together. You know what I'm saying? We soldiers, bro.
Yeah, and that's like, you know, I don't want to, you know, get too far off the subject, but that's something that people got to be mindful of
Right.
when they join these motorcycle clubs.
Yeah.
You know, it might not necessarily have anything to do with you.
Yep.
It might not even have anything to do with your club that's in your state or city.
That's right.
But when you wearing these colors, you represent the club overall.
Yep.
You know, so if something happened down in Missouri, something happened in California, something happened in New York, it doesn't matter when they see your colors and you got a Detroit rocker on.
That's right.
You that club, you represent that body, so they looking at you as that member of that club. They looking at you as that club, man. And people got to be mindful of that, because a lot of times people get into these clubs, man, and when they go down, they not built for it. And they not ready for it. It was all fun and games until it got serious.
Yeah.
So, you know, when y'all out here trying to, you know, join these clubs, y'all need to really know what y'all signing up for, especially the guys that leave from MC clubs and they go to these OMCs.
Yeah.
because a lot of these guys, they wasn't built for the MC club, and they definitely ain't built for the OMC clubs. And I know that because I know some of these guys.
I kind of agree with you on that.
Yeah.
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 You know, again, it goes back to what you said, Kurt. You got to make these colors. You make the colors. The colors don't make you, man. And so many times in certain situations, people, they forget that until it's too late. So I want to leave out with that. You know, Sly, he was there, man. Matter of fact, they tried to track the bus down.
Yeah, we took care of that too.
Yeah.
Hey, we made it back to the hotel. So
Yeah, everything was good. I probably screwed that little trip up, man, but we kept the party moving.
And we partied back at the hotel, man. We didn't have to party with them because part of that story right there, man, hey, we all heard something happened at that club that night. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we didn't have to go down there. We stayed at the hotel and got drunk.
Yeah, it was all good, man. That's what motorcycling is to me, man. That camaraderie, you know, with other brothers and sisters, man, out here, man, getting together, not necessarily, you know, wearing the same patch, but we doing the same thing.
That's right.
You know, because everybody in the club don't gel. You got some people in the club, man, you rock with real hard, but then I don't have to rock with everybody in my club because I know a lot of different people within the biker community.
Right.
Correct. So I flock to the people that's like me. Right.
Exactly.
It's not a good. It's not a bad thing. It's just
Exactly.
you rep your club, but then outside of repping your club, man, you got different people, man, from different clubs. Y'all come together, man, and y'all build those relationships, those bonds, and those memories.
Yeah, that's definite. Yeah.
Yeah. Kurt, man, you got anything you want to say, man, and take us out of here? Pedro, you got something? Go ahead. Y'all close us out of here.
I'll give that to Kurt. Go ahead, Kurt. Go ahead, Kurt.
I don't know about y'all, but I got to go to work. I got to get the Kurt's Getaway. It's wing night, so I got to get on up there to see what's going on. But I appreciate the interview, and I like what you're doing. Like I say, anytime you want to come this way, you're welcome to come down.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, man. So everybody out there over there in Cyberland, man, I appreciate y'all for watching. You can go on the YouTube channel, like, subscribe, and share this video.
Check
and
us out.
we're going to get you on the next show next week. So next week, everybody that's listening, we're going to try to get the bike shops on here. We're going to try to get these bike shops on here.
Bike builders.
You
yes,
know,
sir.
we
Yes,
want to
sir.
talk. We want to know if it's the bike shop or if it's the bikers. We want to know the truth. Is it the bikers or is it the bike shop, man? Because everybody always complaining about the bike shops, man. But when I go to the bike shops complaining about not having their money, man. So
Right.
we're going to get down to the bottom of that.
Right.
What, on what end? I can answer some of them questions.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know
man.
how them dudes put their bike in the shop and it always ain't ready because y'all they
waiting on the
ain't ready
shop.
yet. They waiting on the shop.
The shop holding
They
me
waiting
up,
on the
man.
shop, man.
Hey, it ain't the shop. I'm gonna tell you that.
Cause the shop won't dance.
Everybody say I want. Yeah, it ain't the shop. They say they want this done, that done. They should have had it in here. Any of them long projects, they should have been in November. All
Exactly.
the slow time.
Exactly.
Now, all the shops is slow. First good hot day, everybody want to run in, and they want this done now.
Hey, they say they paid up
It
front,
ain't-
man. Them shots had my bike
They
8
cashed
months.
out, Kirk. They say they cashed out.
Well, it ain't this shop. Bring it to me. You don't pay till you
Hey,
pick
Kirk.
it up.
Hey, I can witness to
Yeah.
that, can't I?
Well, you right.
I can
Brought it
witness
to
to
me.
that.
You didn't pay till I dropped it off.
Hey, and it was done on time. Everything.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yes, sir. All right,
Yes,
now
sir.
I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Kurt. And we about to end
All
this
right.
program.
Peace.